Hello all, welcome to LearnQAEasy. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about module number 5, performance testing techniques like load testing, stress, scalability, soak and volume testing. To see complete manual testing course content, go to this website learnqaeasy.com and click on this manual testing. Here you can see complete course content. So module number 5, performance testing techniques. Okay, before going to discuss testing techniques, let me explain what is response time and what is performance. Okay, I'm trying to access one application, okay, through web application. For example, here I'm trying to open Gmail inbox. Trying to open inbox means I'm giving one request. First, my request will hit web server. Okay, the web server will redirect my request to specific application server. From application server to database server. From database server to database. Here the data will be retrieved and response sent back to the DB server, database server to application server to web server to client. So this is called request, okay, and this is called response. The total time, how much time it's taking to process your request and give the response, the total time you can call it as response time. Okay, so in performance testing mainly we concentrate on response times. Usually the requirement looks like different from normal functional requirement. Here the client will give requirement like, for example, user is trying to log in. Login should take below 2 seconds. Okay, user is trying to search some details, some user details or something. Search should complete below 3 seconds. Requirement looks like this. Okay, so as a performance tester, you are going to create some script by using some tools like, we have a lot of tools in the market, performance testing tools like Load Runner, Silk Performer and JMeter. A lot of tools are available. So any tool, first you are going to generate script and run those scripts in multi-user mode. Multi-user mode. So why multi-user mode? Then only you are able to create some load on application server. Okay, for example, I said, walk this distance. Usually you can finish, in 10 seconds. If I'm putting some load on you, like, 25 kgs weight on your head, then automatically it will affect your performance, right? Now you will take 13 seconds or 14 seconds. If I put 50 kgs, it affects. So the weight, whatever the weight I'm increasing on your head, it's affecting your performance. In the same way, if you are increasing user count, automatically the response times will be increased. So that's why you are running in multi-user mode. So here the client will add one more thing. If 100 users are working on application server, okay, at a time 100 users are working on the application server, at that time login should be below 2 seconds, set should be below 3 seconds, like this. Okay, take our Gmail, how much time it's taking? Just below 1 second, right? Lot of load. Now millions of users are accessing application, but still we are seeing good response time. Okay, some guys can ask me, Ravi, if user count is increasing, then how it is related with performance? Okay, let me discuss memory, about the memory. For example, this is my application server. Okay, after installing all the code and all the stuff, now the free memory is 100 MB. If some user is trying to access some information from the server, he needs 1 MB memory. Okay, server will allocate 1 MB memory for the user. So what is the free memory now? 99 MB. If 10 users are accessing, in that case 90. If 50 users are accessing the application server, 50 MB, means the memory is decreasing, right? If memory is decreasing, automatically it affects the performance of the application. But is it happening? No. Why? Because memory distribution. If user accessing application server, he needs 1 MB. Application server will allocate 1 MB. Once user action done, whatever the memory utilized by the user, it will release back to the application server. Okay, let me show you one simple example. Okay, go to the task manager, go to the process, just a second. Yeah, performance. Right now 38% of my CPU usage, right? 37, 40, like this. If I'm trying to open some browser, see, 67%, 68%, 82%. Once browser got open, immediately the memory will release back and coming down to the 40% to 50% again, right? So same way, if you are accessing application, you are using some memory from the application server. Once action done, so see, already logged into the Gmail, okay, logged in, inbox is there. Still, am I using Gmail application server memory? No, I'm maintaining connection, that's it. A thread is there, but there is no memory utilization. So all these things, network speed and coding. In coding, developers are writing a lot of queries, right? For example, if you are trying to retrieve some data, query will be there. Based on query, based on network speed, based on memory, lot of things you need to consider while conducting performance testing. Okay, so here to conduct performance testing, here we have different techniques like load, stress, scalability, okay, and so different techniques are available. Before going to discuss load, stress, scalability, let me give you one funny example for better understanding. Okay, I know that this person can run this track, can finish this track in 20 minutes. So he started running here, he is reaching this point in 20 minutes. Then I said, hey, don't stop, run 10 more kilometers. This is 10 kilometers track, okay, 10 kilometers. So how much time he will take? More than 20 minutes, right? Like 1 hour. Again, I said run 10 more kilometers. How much time he will take? You can say 2 hours, 3 hours. Is it possible continuously 3 hours, 4 hours running? It's not possible, right? Okay, so he will fall down somewhere. Okay, so this is called load. I know the capacity. So according to the client requirement, application is working or not. All the response times, memory distribution, everything is normal or not. You need to test under load. So you are giving some stress, unnecessary stress. Maybe you are increasing the load, or you are doing something to give some stress to the application server. That is called stress. Then at what point application server is going to be crash? This is called scalability. How many users can handle application server? You need to test under scalability. Okay, let's come back to the point. Load testing. What is load? Usually the requirement is application server is going to use by 100 users. All the response time should be below 2 seconds. So this is the requirement. Okay, so first what I will do is, first I will conduct smoke testing. So what is smoke here? First I will write my script, load runner or some other tool script, and I will run with one user first. Everything is working fine or not, I need to verify. Okay, if everything is fine, the user is running smooth, then what I will do is I will increase 5% load on the application server. Means I will test with 5% load, like 5 users. Then I will check all the response times, all the transaction response times. Okay, or if the user is moving from one page to another page, another page to another page, all the response times below 2 seconds or not. If everything is fine, then 10 users, 15 users, 20 users, slowly I can increase the load. When I'm testing with 25 users, I came to know that all the response times are above 3 seconds, below 5 seconds. So what happened here? What happened? So you need to verify. That is the job of performance tester. Go back to the results and verify. Is there any memory issue? The given memory, whatever the memory we are utilizing, is it enough? So here you need to check bottlenecks. So what is bottleneck? That is the next question, right? Let me explain what is bottleneck. So you guys know wine bottle looks like this, right? Okay, bottle. If given memory is enough for the user count, the transactions, so all the response times are, good. Somewhere, memory is not releasing back. Means, for example, in my last example, as I told you, if user is trying to access some information, 1 MB will be allocated, user action is done, the memory will release back, right? If something happened, okay, if something happened, the user is not able to release back the memory. So what happened here? The server memory is decreasing, right? So that is called bottleneck. Okay, that is called bottleneck. Memory is unnecessarily utilizing somewhere, it's not releasing back, so automatically it affects the response times. Is there any situation like this? You need to verify first. Okay, and whatever the memory given, the memory is enough for the user count or not, you need to verify that one too. Sometimes network may affect, so what is the network speed? You need to verify. Lot of things you need to consider and find out the reason why the response times are increasing. So here I came to know that the given memory is not enough, so I raised bug. Then the developers and the network team will tune the memory. Again you need to verify with 25 users, 30, 35, slowly increase up to 100. When you are running the script with 100 users, okay, 100 users, it should be, all the response time should be below 2 seconds. So if all the transactions are showing below 2 seconds response time, then you can say yes, application is working as expected. Okay, so this is called load testing. What you are doing here, you are increasing the user count and increasing the load on the application server by increasing the hits per second. When your count is increasing, user count is increasing, automatically the hits will be increased, right? So once the hits per per second hits are increasing, but still the response times are below 2 seconds. Here you need to understand two more things. Those are, what is hits per second and what is throughput. Okay, so what is there is some relation between hits per second and throughput. So what is the relation? For example, this is my application server. Okay, I'm hitting the server and I'm verifying the response times. Okay, so what happened here in my results, it's showing hits per seconds 0, response times are below 2 seconds. Is it possible, guys? Hits per second 0 means we are not hitting the server, but still I'm seeing very good response times. Is it possible? It's not possible. Okay, so then what is throughput? Throughput means if you are hitting the server and means you are requesting something, you are sending some data to the application server. You are getting response means you are getting some data from application server. So how much data you are sending and how much data you are receiving? Average. you can call it as throughput. Okay, when you can see good throughput, if you are for each and every transaction you are hitting the server, then only you can see the throughput. You can ask me, Ravi, in which condition throughput will be 0, hits per second will be 0? Sometimes some actions may run from the browser cache. Already we discussed, right, in the last module, what is browser cache. Some information will be saved in your browser. For example, there is no internet connection, okay, for your laptop. Just try to open Google. You can see Google search page, right? Just open Chrome. There you can see Google search page. There is no internet connection, but still you are seeing Google search page. How it is possible? Because of browser cache. That Google home page will, usually it's saved in your browser cache, so that's why it's showing. In the same way, if continuously you are running your load runner scripts, okay, then what will happen? Sometimes some request may run from the browser cache. It will not hit the server, so it's not good. The response times, whatever the response times it's showing, those are not correct. So you need to observe all these things. What is throughput and what is throughput, data is sending or receiving or not, every transaction coming from the server or not. Okay, everything you need to verify while conducting load testing. Okay, clear? I hope you guys clear with load testing. What is load testing? Then stress. So what is stress? Usually the meaning, stress means extra. So as per my client requirement, 100 users are going to use the application server, right? But here already we completed load testing. I can increase the load, 2% load. I will test with 1 or 2 users, then 104, 106, 108, up to 130 users. Okay, then I will check how is the response times. Why? Because sometimes you may see unexpected load on the application server, right? For example, usually take any university website. In normal days, you never see your university website, right? Okay, maybe few guys can open the university website, but today they released semester results. Then what will happen? All of a sudden, all the students can access the application. So unexpected load. In that condition, if any load increased, then how the system is behaving, you should know, right? So that's why we are conducting stress by increasing the load. This is called stress testing. If somewhere it's getting struck, you should inform. You should raise it as a bug. Then scalability. What is scalability testing? Scalability testing means at what point application server is going to be crash. You will verify under scalability, different conditions. Okay, different conditions. All of a sudden the load may increase, all of a sudden load may decrease, something will happen, right? For example, in New Jersey right now the time is 8 a.m. okay, so Bank of America people logged into the application, so I can see load like this, means 1000 users are accessing application. In California now the time is 5 a.m. 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Now the time is 11 a.m. in New Jersey. Here 8 a.m. From the California side, 1000 users logged in, means all of a sudden the load doubled. Peak load is there. Okay, peak load. So means what happened here? All of a sudden the load increased by double, right? So system should accept that much load. Is it accepting or not? So unexpected condition. Okay, so here 12 p.m. So what happened? 1000 users, they shut it down and they're gone for the lunch. So all of a sudden again 1000 users. 12:30 again 2000 users. So some fluctuations in the load. So that's why you need to verify the application with extra loads and all of a sudden increase the load, all of a sudden decrease the load. That is scalability testing. Okay, let me give you another example. This is one office. it can accommodate 100 employees. Okay, I have 100 tables and 100 systems. 100 employees can work happily here. There is one entrance. Okay, if all the 100 users are trying to enter into the office at a time, then what will happen, guys? There will be some crash. If all the 100 users are coming out from the office at a time, then what will happen? Some crash. Okay, so some situations like this, right? So that's why you are going to conduct scalability testing. So here what you will do is, for example, I want to test with 100 users, right? Usually 100 users, they will log in one by one, or some percentage of load will come to the application server, but never all the 100 users at a time. They never hit the server. If they hated the server, then how the system is behaving? Means the total free 100 MB memory distributed to all the users at a time, right? In that case, is it going to be crash or is it handled? You need to verify. All the 100 users are logging out from the application, coming out from the application server at a time. Means all the users are releasing memory at a time. Then what's happening? Is it going to be crash or handling? You need to verify. So there's some different types of scenarios create by your own, and you need to verify. So this is called scalability testing. Okay, you can ask me, Ravi, as per requirement it's working fine, right? Then why we need to again test scalability and all this stuff? Because unexpected loads, guys. For example, see, in normal days you never send continuously SMSs, right? Okay, but December 31st night, all the people send messages, happy new year wishes, much load on the application server. So in that case it should handle. So that's why we are conducting load, stress and scalability testing. Okay, then soak testing. The fourth one is soak testing. What is soak testing here? Usually maybe some of you guys have some habit, like they don't shut down the machines daily. They don't shut down the machines. Okay, maybe some of you guys have that habit. So after 1 week, after 2 weeks, if you are trying to access your machine, the browser will open very slowly. And if you are trying to close some browser or some page, slowly it will get closed. Okay, once you restarted the machine, everything will be work fine. So what happened? What's happening here? Why the system is behaving like that? Okay, go to the task manager. So how many applications are running currently here? Just 1 2 3 4 5 applications are running, right? But go to the process. Behind the screens, these many services are running. Okay, these many services are running. Each service is utilizing some memory. If I'm not shutting down my machine for 1 week, then what will happen? Running, the memory will be blocked with that particular server. Particular service. Okay, then what will happen? The system memory is coming down, right? So that's why system while you are accessing browsers, pages are very slowly closing, slowly opening, because there is no sufficient memory blocked. Once you restart it, all the services will be shut down again. The total memory will be released back to the machine. So that's why everything is working normal. So if you are continuously using application servers also machines, right? Just hi-fi machines. Continuously if you are hitting the server, then what will happen? Somewhere the memory will be blocked. So automatically it affects response times. Okay, so that's why we need to conduct soak testing on the application server. At what point the application server memory is getting blocked? You need to find out that point. So what I'm going to do is, I'm taking 30 to 35% load, means in 100 users, with 30 users, continuously 24 to 30 hours I can run my scripts. Continuously users will hit the server, do the actions, log out, hit the server, do the actions, log out. Continuously they will perform same actions. Okay, then I will observe how is the response times. I came to know that when after finishing my soak testing, Up to 15 hours, all the response times are below 2 seconds. There is no issue. From 16th hour, I am observing above 5 seconds. From 18th hour, I am observing 1 minute. 19th hour, 2 minutes. So what happened here? Somewhere the memory is, blocking. You need to find out the point. So the the client will take care of that. Like, they may put, multiple servers, depend on the load, and some servers may, go for the maintenance. Okay, for example, let me give you one funny example. For hypothetical example for understanding. So this is my load balancer. Okay, my client is putting 3 application servers here. Okay, in real-time applications, you can see very big hierarchy, like, multiple application servers, multiple load balancers. Okay, I'm not going to discuss that much in depth here. Just for understanding, I'm giving one example. So whatever the load coming to the application server, first 10 hours, I will redirect to the server 1. Okay, so after 10 hours, whatever the new load is coming, I will redirect to the server 2. It will go for the maintenance, means restart. Then after 10 hours, whatever the new load is coming, I will redirect to the server 3. It will go for the shutdown, means, restart. So the next 10 hours, again go back to the server 1, it go for the maintenance. So this is the way rotate. If you are rotating the loads, what will happen? The performance will be good. Okay, so I hope you guys clear with what is load, stress, and scalability and soak testing. There is one more test, that is volume testing. Okay, volume testing is basically not exact performance testing. There will be huge databases, right? Like, data warehouses. What is data warehouse? First, you should understand that. Okay, in last module we discussed backend testing or database testing. Okay, some guys can ask me, pure database testing is the same backend testing? No guys, pure database testing is different. There is no UI testing at all. Okay, usually we can call it as ETL testing. So what is ETL? For example, 1 2 3 4 5, in this region we are having 5 Walmarts. Okay, I am the area manager. Every day I want to see the sales reports. Okay, based on the sales, I can estimate how much, whatever the things required, I will put order. So that is my work. Okay, daily work. So what I need to do, first I will get the reports of this Walmart. I will verify all the things and I can prepare reports. Then second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Is it easy job or tough job? It's a tough job, right? So that's why what we are going to do is we are going to keep one huge database here. This is called data warehouse, where you can keep all the data. Okay, complete client data you can keep under data warehouse. So by using some ETL tools like DataStage, Informatica, these tools are ETL tools. Okay, what is ETL? E represents extract, T transform, L load. Okay, so extract, usually ETL developers will create some maps here. These maps, what they will do is it will get the data from different sources, extracting the data. Okay, extracting the data. After extraction, based on the product, based on the date, based on different factors, these maps transform the format of the data. Okay, it transforms into one specific format and loads to the data warehouse. So you can see, for example, how is sales for some cornflakes sales. So here in the first scenario, I need to verify all the databases one time, but here cornflakes, that's it. The total cornflakes sales, area wise, Walmart wise, date wise, I will get from here, right? So as a manager, as area manager, I will use some reporting tools and I can generate reports. My work's, it's becoming easy, right? So this is called data warehouse concept. So as a data warehouse tester, you need to verify there is no UI, nothing. Manually, you are going to write some queries and you need to get, data from here. How many records? The total 10, 10, 10, 10, total 50 records. The total 50 records extracted or not, transformed into specific format or not, loaded into warehouse or not, what is the count, is it 50 or not, some records are missing or not. You need to verify these type of things, and you are retrieving the data from huge database. For example, I want to see 2014 December reports. Okay, how much time it's taking to generate reports? So that is called volume testing. From the huge data, if you are retrieving some data, how much time it's taking, you need to verify here. Okay, so that is volume testing. I hope you guys clear. So module number 5, performance testing, load, stress, scalability, soak, and volume testing. So these are the concepts covered under module number 5. If you have any questions, you can send me the mail to this email ID, LearnQAEasy@gmail.com. If you want to enroll with further, any Selenium batches, if you want to learn Selenium from my side, you can directly contact, in these numbers. So thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe.